There's another guy when we were talking about earlier. We are talking about foundation pieces and stuff.
Hmm.
But I got Orndorff came in there because he unfortunately passed at the time. But Valentine was another, with myself, Orndorff, Valentine, Slaughter. Those were the heels that Vincent acquired, or we were the heels that Vincent acquired, kind of as a building block to move up, to move, to build his baby faces to be underneath Hulk there. So that those were, that's Valentine was, another solid guy. He had Backlund before I did. He had the run with Backlund, a couple shows, a couple guys before I did. And he was like first breaking the mold. There wasn't somebody at 6'6", 350 pounds working with the champion. He was more. He was less, Bob size, and they did wrestling, and they did a lot of mat work. It wasn't just chop, chop, chop.
Did you read the quote? Because Greg Valentine sort of threw you under the bus slightly in Billy Graham's book for some reason. Did you read the quote?
No.
He outed you as the Bulldogs were involved. It was the European. It was the fateful European tour.
Oh yeah. Him and when I had my blow up with Nikki.
Yeah. But it was it was a few days earlier, and apparently you were in a French nightclub, and you'd ingested something, you fell asleep, and then you woke up, and then a tidal wave of puke just flowed all over the place, and then you fell back asleep again.
Oh, I don't remember. Probably I can't dispute it. He just sent me a birthday wish.
Did he?
Yeah. Happy birthday. He said he said I was a better Intercontinental Champion than you. And I said, yeah, but I was always better looking. So aloha, and thanks. I got a birthday. I got a birthday aloha from him. And it's good to see Greg. He looks old and weathered like I am.
Yeah. But he's got lovely hair like you still.
Yeah. So mine's all gray and his is all bottled.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got any stories where you can throw Greg under the bus, I think this would be the perfect time to do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll try. He never really moved. He moved to once. Well, there are stories you don't tell. Those are places I don't go. But he moved to one speed, pretty much wherever he was in Florida. He was, he had that one, and it worked for him. It worked all his entire career, where he worked, and he was true to his true to that Valentine mold, where he'd progressed 30 years from JV to Greg Valentine, and he was able to Piper and Backlund, all the angles he had and the time he spent up in the WWF. So he has nothing to apologize. North Carolina, all those runs he had there in Charlotte, he had nothing. He has nothing to apologize for. He was a tremendous talent.
Who did the it's called the Flair flop, but who did the Flair flop first? Was it Flair or was it Greg Valentine? Where'd you go straight face forward?
Well, God, I don't know.
Well, we're talking.
Everybody, we were all about the same age, so we were stealing bumps from everybody back there. The Ray Stevens upside down in the turnbuckle, and I used to do the Billy Robinson punch. Let me beat down. I'd stagger out backwards and go between the second and third rope, hit the floor, and stuff like that. Everybody was. We were in the. They were a different generation, so we were kind of a Flair, myself, Valentine. A lot of the guys, that era, those guys were there that weren't from Florida, but they were, were stealing. It moved into the stealing bumps, stealing moves from guys. Robinson was a guy I spent a lot of time with, so I grabbed a lot of things off of him.
When you, I said this. Two things. I interviewed Dan the B7 a few days ago. He says hello, by the way. I told him the old line. If you borrow from one, it's stealing. If you borrow from many, it's research. So I consider all the bump things research.
Okay, yes, yeah. I call it my Bobby Jaggers pitch.
Why the Bobby Jaggers pitch?
Well, he knew every story. When Fez was this guy, and Fez said to this, all the way back to Gorgeous George and stuff like that, and he would recount the stories. That's probably why I had a heat with Fuji. some of those guys. He was a real gregarious fellow. I liked, I found him entertaining, but like I said, he would get with Fuji and those guys, and luckily I lived 60 miles apart from everybody. I lived in Santa Cruz down by the ocean, and they all lived in Hayward, but they'd get him, and after the matches around, everything was around Hayward, which is on the other side of the bay from San Francisco, and they'd get home after the wrestling, Richmond or San Jose, wherever, which was all pretty much in proximity, and they'd just get him slobberly, just dead drunk, and they do all kinds of stuff to him, send him home without clothes, or paint his car windows black. Oh my God, the poor guy.
They only do that to you if they like you.
Yeah,
that was the theory, anyway.
Yeah.